Hey guys, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing all of my tips and tricks on how to do a gel manicure at home. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. I've had my gel nails on for 3 weeks now and they're still looking really good. They are definitely grown out, but I mean, overall, I think that they lasted for a really long time. You can see the nails are just totally grown out at this point. I learned some tips and tricks when I did this manicure for the first time. If you're new here, I'm an avid nail painter, but I recently switched to doing gel just because I'm a new mom and I don't have time to paint my nails every week anymore. So now I'm painting them like every 3-ish weeks. If you are interested in seeing my full at-home manicure video, I will link that up in the cards for you. I share all of my tips, tricks, all this stuff for like the perfect salon manicure at home. But now we're gonna talk about gel nails. So I'm not gonna go through every single step of just a regular manicure because I already have a video on that. So this is gonna be geared mostly just towards gels and the differences between that and a regular manicure. So first things first, we've gotta get this polish off. First things first, gotta put my hair up. So when you're taking your gel polish off, I like to either use cotton balls or cotton rounds. Right now, I don't have enough cotton balls, so I'm just gonna use cotton rounds. And the set that I got comes with these little nail covers. So I'll be using those two. Per usual, I will link every single item down below in the bottom bar if you're looking for it. I got a gel manicure set, which is where my lamp is from, and then it came with these as well. So starting out, you need acetone, 100% acetone, nail cotton rounds or cotton balls. I also have my scraper, which this will come in handy to get the polish off. First up, I'm just soaking a cotton round in the acetone, and then I will put it over a finger. And I'll just repeat these exact steps. I just fold it in half. I think that that's easier. The last few nails are always the hardest because you don't have nails to do anything with. So these ones you kind of have to finagle to get them on. And now we wait. I like to give these about 10 minutes to soak, just so that they're really easy to get off. So we'll just sit and wait. Once your nails have been sitting for a while, you can take them off. I try to take them off kind of in the order that I put them on in. And then start scraping it off. It's a little difficult when you don't have your pointer finger and your thumb free to do it, but I just take my scraper and you can see that the polish is coming up around the corners and it just starts to flake right off. The difference with the nails that it sat on the longest, that it's just like completely coming off of the nail. It really should scrape right off. It shouldn't be difficult unless you are impatient like I am and don't give it the full like 5 to 10 minutes. But if you give it that time, it will just come right off and it's super easy to remove. And then your nails are not damaged, which is amazing. I know at the salon sometimes they'll take that electric filer and just file the whole top layer off to get rid of the paint, and it's just so bad for your nails. So now I'm going to prep my nails like I normally would for a manicure. If you're interested in seeing everything I do, I will link my at-home manicure video up in the cards for you, but I'm not going to do that in this video for the sake of time, so I will be right back. I'm sure a lot of you will be appalled by how short I filed my nails down, but I just like my nails short. It's just how I am. So what I like to do is, instead of filing your nails down like crazy, I just use this buffing block, and I'm going to buff off the top layer just so that the paint has something to stick to. I don't want to file off a whole layer because that's what damages your nails. So you can kind of see the little moon shape on my nail beds where my polish had grown out. So that is like fresh nail. So I just want to file it down and make it a little bit grittier so the paint has something to stick to, but also get off any of the extra stuff that was on my nails from the polish before. It's been a couple of days since I filmed the first part of this video. That's just new mom life. I ran out of time the other day when I was filming. So I'm going to do the rest of it. I did prep my nails last time, and then if you haven't been here for a while, you're probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I actually painted them again because I can't handle not having my nails painted. So I just took off the polish again, and we are starting fresh. So I'm gonna talk about the different brands that I have tried, what my preference is. Every single thing will be linked below if you're interested in it, just so that you guys can know where to get everything. But first, what I'm gonna go in and do is to prep my nails. I'm using this buffing block. As far as the different brands that I've used, I've tried a couple. This is only like 3 different brands. I've tried OPI, of course. I got 2 different colors in it. I got Let's Be Friends and In the Cable Carpool Lane, which these are colors that I've loved for a really long time. And I tried out the Let's Be Friends. I haven't tried this one out yet, but I already know what the shade is. And then when I first decided to do gel, I got ASP, and this I just got from Sally's. And then I got the CND Shellac, which this is what a lot of different salons use. So I got this color in Romantique, and then I also got the base and the top coat from there. And then lastly, Madame Glam sent me like a whole little kit with the top and the base coat and then a few colors. I didn't like any of the colors, so I haven't tried out that polish, but I did try out the base and the top coat of that brand. As far as preferences go, I really liked both sets of base and top coat. I think I like the CND brush slightly better. They both have pretty thick paddle brushes, but the CND brush is curved, which I really like. So let me show you that really quick. This is the Madame Glam, and this is the CND. So you can see this one is just straight across, and this one has that curve that really helps you get right into the cuticle line. And then as far as polish goes, I really liked the ASP. I thought that it was really good. My only complaint about it is it got a little bit like goopy even after just a couple of uses. So it's a little bit thick. It's hard to get that really nice thin layer on. The CND I really liked. I'm not the biggest fan of this shade, so I do want to pick up a different shade of this. And then the OPI, I just didn't really like this. I was surprised, but the brush of this is just not very good. It's just kind of that typical nail polish brush, and I found it hard to get that perfect look. And when you're gonna have your nails painted for 3 weeks, you want them to be as perfect as possible. So let me show you the difference of the brushes of all of the different brands that I've tried. Here are the 3 brushes. This is the CND. It has that same curved paddle brush. This is the ASP, which doesn't have that, but it's not awful. It's just not the best application. It's not as easy as the CND. And then this is the OPI, which is the thinnest of them, and I think this is the hardest one to apply, especially for beginners. I wish I had a different shade of the CND to use because this is my preference of the different formulas that I've tried so far, but since I don't, I'm going to use the ASP, and this is in the shade White Hot. It's just a plain white shade, which I really like, so I'm gonna go in with this, and then for my top and base coat, I'm actually gonna use the CND top and base. The last step before painting, and this is another tip that will really help your polish stay, is I put a layer of alcohol on it. So I just take a cotton ball and just go over my nails with alcohol, because that dries your nails out and makes it so that nothing will get between your nail and the seal of the polish. So I just do one hand at a time. I'll just go over, I'm gonna paint my right hand first. So I'm just going over each nail, and then make sure that there's not any cotton left over on the nail, because obviously you don't want little hairs stuck in your polish. I've got my UV light plugged in right here, and when I put my hands in, it just automatically turns on. so you can see the light turn on, and I just do 45 seconds between each coat. When I started doing gel, I did not realize, I thought that when you put your hand in and cure it, after 45 seconds, the nails would be hard. That is not the case. Your nails are still sticky. That's something that I didn't find anyone talking about, but that is the case. So don't try and just do a coat of polish, stick your hand in here and think that they're done. You still have to set them after you cure them, if that makes sense. So I'll show you the whole process. First, I'm going to go in with base coat, which I'm using the CND Shellac base coat. One thing that's different about painting your nails with gel versus regular polish is with regular polish, you usually do your base coat on all 10 fingers and then your first coat on all 10 fingers. With gel, you do one hand at a time. So I'm gonna do my base coat on 5 fingers, and then I will go ahead and cure it and then do my polish coats and then my top coat and then finish my right hand before I even start my left hand. Going in, you want to make sure that you get the thinnest layer possible, because this does get thick really quickly and then your nail polish will be thick, and that's very annoying and it's harder to cure that way. So I'm gonna go in and just paint like normal. The thinnest layer, try your absolute hardest not to get it on your skin. And this brush is really easy because it does curve, so you can kind of set the brush down and then push it back to the cuticle so that you can get your full nail. Once you've done your base coat, put it in your dryer for 45 seconds. After the base coat is cured, I'm just gonna go in with my first coat of polish. Again, I'm using White Hot by ASP, and again, just the thinnest layer you can do while getting the polish everywhere. I'm going in with my next coat, and again, this is just very repetitive. I usually do 3 coats just because I want my polish to be completely opaque, and I've noticed that sometimes, different colors and brands, it depends, and with whites, I generally notice that you have to do 3 to get full opacity. So I'm just going through painting, curing, painting, curing, painting, curing until I'm done. So this is the second layer, and every layer the first layer I think is the most important. You want to make sure the paint is everywhere, and then from there it's a little bit easier to just add another thin layer and then cure it in between. So it's very repetitive. And it seems like it would take longer to paint your nails when you have to cure each layer between for 45 seconds, but it honestly takes way less time for me to paint my nails this way, especially because after they're cured, you don't have to wait for them to dry, are just dried right away. And so you can go back to living life. You don't have that whole process, which I feel like is the longest part of painting your nails. As you can see, that's pretty opaque, but I don't know. I like them to be like super, super opaque. So I'm just gonna do one more coat, and then we can go in with the top coat. Now that all of the coats of paint are done, I'm gonna go in with the top coat. And like a broken record, just do the exact same thing on this side and just do a really, really thin layer. Now that my nails are fully painted and cured, this is the way that you get them to stop being sticky. Do the same thing I started with. I go in with alcohol on a cotton round and just go over each nail, and that gets all of the stickiness off of the nails. So now they're completely cured, they're dry, and they're good to go. Now we can move on to the other hand. So that is the trick that I was not aware of, but that is how you make your nails not sticky. I just finished the other hand and my nails are done. It's so convenient that you can just live life as soon as you're done painting them because they're completely set and you don't have any waiting period. So if I can do it like while Theo's sleeping or something like that, I can run in and pick them up as soon as I'm done painting them because they're dry and they're set. So I've been loving gel manicures. They last longer, which I just don't have enough time to be painting my nails all the time right now. They look better in my opinion, like they stay nice and shiny, they don't chip at all, and then it's faster to do them. So for me, it's just a win all the way around. I hope that this video was helpful for you and just gave you some tricks and tips when it comes to painting them. These last me 3 weeks, which I feel like is a really good time. My biggest tips are buffing them, making sure that they're nice and smooth, but also taking off just that top layer of your nail so that your polish has something really gritty to stick onto, but you don't want to file down too much because you obviously want your nails to stay healthy and intact. Doing the alcohol layer before you paint to dry them out, and then do as thin of layers as humanly possible while still getting that opacity that you want. And then once you're done, you do the alcohol layer to make them not sticky. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful for you and you got some kind of knowledge. Let me know if you guys try doing a gel manicure at home. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.